Hi, it's Lindsay. Please, make yourself comfy. I'm about to choke on my own saliva. I just got back from VidCon. I am a little bit worn out, a little bit, you know, a little tired, but I had a really good time, and I wanted to make a video kind of talking about, you know, the whole weekend to fill in everybody on everything. What I wanted to say, like, right up at the top, like, just, you know, my general thoughts. It was so fun. I think it was probably the smoothest VidCon that I've been to. This is my 4th year, and I think this one was the smoothest one. Security was great. I didn't see a single mob. That was amazing, and I did not see a single featured guest create any drama. I think, well, there weren't any mobs because, one, I think they figured out a way to get creators to and from where they need to go behind the scenes, kind of out of the public eye, but also, two, I think all the troublemakers were probably at TanaCon. So we got there the day before the convention, and we did registration, which there was no line. That was amazing. We went to Red Robin, cool, chill, lit, Gucci, and then we went back to the hotel. Our hotel had, you know, a view of the Disneyland fireworks, so we got to watch that every night, and that was really cool. In years past, we've had to take a lift to the convention center, you know, each way every day, but this time we were close enough that we could walk there, and we also were close enough where we could go back to the hotel and eat lunch, or go back and take a nap, whatever. I didn't really do much of that because, like, I get FOMO easily, so I feel like I was like running around all the time. So day one. My first day, my first event was going to Mamrie Hart's meet and greet, and it was really fun. I mean, I've met her before, but it's always you know, very like spread out. So like when I do get to see her, it's like it's really cool. I'm always really excited, and she's so sweet and so nice, and I look up to her so much. I want to be like just as like bold with all of my videos as she is with her stuff. And we were like taking a picture. We took like a nice one, and then she was like, okay, now look bored, and then we looked like this. So I had a Q&A. I wanted to go to the Valley Folk Q&A. It was also at the same time as Mamrie Hart's meet and greet. So I went to the meet and greet line super early. Early enough, I ended up being the first in line for Mamrie. So which was nice. It worked out really well. I you know, met her and stuff, and then ran upstairs to the Valley Folk Q&A, which that was also really fun. So then I had time to kill before my next thing. So I went. Oh, side note, I went with my younger brother and a friend. So at VidCon this year, they had the inflatable obstacle course. Not only was it an inflatable obstacle course, it was the world's largest inflatable obstacle course. It was 1/4 of a mile long. We had so much time to kill. The line wasn't that bad. We walked past it, and it was before lunch. We definitely wanted to get it out of the way before lunch, or else, you know, we were gonna be like, sick. Also, I want to be in the best shape to beat my brother in a obstacle course, so there was that as well. So cut to, we are in line, I'm trash talking him the whole time, and then cut to us on this obstacle course. We are both out of breath, like hilariously out of breath. See, I could walk 1/4 of a mile. I can't jump and climb over things for 1/4 of a mile. It was a lot more climbing than I had anticipated. There was one point where I tried jumping over something. I tried to jump over, did not, and I kind of really rolled off to like the side, so I was stuck between like the wall of the obstacle course and then like, hang on, I'm holding my nail clippers for some reason. I was between like the wall of the obstacle course and then the little hill thing that I was trying to climb over, and I'm stuck there. I'm one, suffocating, two, like trying to catch my breath. And when I think about it still, it just like gives me chills, like I'm gonna go see like Saw or something. But then, long story short, I cramped up and did not even finish the first half. So I think my brother actually finished it. So yeah, all that trash talking I did earlier was for nothing.
Ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really.
My next thing was a creator chat with Steve Zaragoza. Oh yeah, I should also mention I got the community and the creator pass this year, which I loved so much. It was such a good fit for me. I got it like pretty much right when tickets went on sale, so both of them got like a great price for both for the whole weekend, and it really like worked out for someone, you know, like me who wants to do everything. So I had a creator chat with Steve Zaragoza. It wasn't just me. There were maybe like 9-10 other creators who were chosen, and we were chosen via a lottery about a month before. So basically what a creator chat is you get to sit in a room with this creator, all 10 of you in a room, and you talk about making videos and you know, career stuff, and yeah, it was awesome. It was really cool. He's very chill, you know, he was really just fun to talk to, and it was very informative too and really inspiring as well. So then right after that, I tried going to the content strategy panel. There was a panel all about how to you know, sort of create your content strategy for your channel, and it was already filled up. Like, I couldn't get in. I've never had that problem with a creator panel, so that was super weird, but it was good. I had that problem the first day, so then the next 2 days are gonna be like prepared to get to a panel early if I needed to. So instead, I took that time to do my first, you know, walk around the expo hall, which I usually try to do at like the start of day 1, but since I had made my heart's meet and greet, I put that off, and yeah, it was wonderful. It was great. So then there were more panels coming up, and I had an option. I could have picked between 2 panels. I could either go to a creator panel about thumbnail optimization, or I could go to a community panel about female empowerment. So I was like, do I want to be like responsible, or do I want to be empowered? I chose the female empowerment one. I really like having a mix of the community and the creator panels. Like, I can't, you know, sit in just, you know, creator panels the whole day, or else my brain would just turn to mush, because that's all, you know, talking about business and your future, blah blah. So it was really nice to just go to that and to kind of be surrounded by people who just loved YouTube purely just, you know, for entertainment, who just loved it just out of, you know, a pure love for it. I don't know how to eloquently say that, but that's what I'm sticking with. So this panel had, I'm trying to remember. I think it was Olivia Jade, Adela Morin, My Life is Ava, Meg DeAngelis, and Rosanna Pansino. Yeah, I got all 5, yes! It's a little late and I'm a little tired, so bear with me. So right after that, I then booked it to the creator building because I wanted to go to a showrunners panel. It was run by Ashley and Ella from BuzzFeed, and they were fantastic. That was probably one of my favorite moments of the convention, was listening to them talk, because they were just they're so intelligent and they gave such great advice. They asked us questions about our channels, sort of like general questions, like a survey almost, kind of, to kind of gauge, you know, where we are and what we want, you know, advice on and stuff. And so they kind of tailored their you know, talk around that. It was awesome. It was really cool. And it was a good end to day 1. Day 2. So similar to day 1, I had a meet and greet that started my, you know, my day. I had a meet and greet with Hannah Hart. She's so lovely. I've been a fan of hers for 6 years, and I had like hadn't met her, and then I'm still trying to figure out where my pictures are from that meet and greet. I don't know where they are. And similar to day 1, I had a meet and greet at the same time as a Q&A that I wanted to go to. So I got to Hannah super early. I wasn't first, but I was pretty close to the front, so that was very helpful. Ran from there to the Miranda Sings Q&A. So that was Colleen Ballinger, Rachel, Chris, and Corey DeSoto. And it was so fun. It's a really fun panel. Like that one, I went to that same panel last year, and it was a highlight then, and it was a highlight again this year. I love when I just love the part of the Q&A with when, you know, Colleen is Miranda, because that just makes me laugh so hard. And what also is a testament to how great Colleen is, I was sitting around a bunch of parents, and as Miranda is answering all these questions as Miranda, all these adults were laughing really hard, and that made me, you know, really, really happy. Next was a really cool panel. It was Bo Burnham, moderated by Grace Helbig, and they talked about his YouTube success and also his upcoming movie, 8th Grade. It was a really fun panel. Listening to him talk was just so fascinating, and I never wanted it to end. I do remember there was this one guy at the Q&A, but there was this guy who he wanted to ask a question, so he got the mic and he was like, you know, sometimes I just feel really insecure about the music that I make, so I wonder, you know, if you had that same problem. And then it went into like, my song is, oh shoot, no, I'm gonna mess it up. It was something really crass. I think it was something like F you, you slutty bitch, something like that, I don't know. But it started out, I was laughing so hard because like this dude like doesn't know that, you know, that title is a problem for multiple reasons. And two, just the tone of it, like the two tones. Like the first is like, I don't really know about my art, man. I just get really discouraged sometimes. And then he's like, my art is called. So then then I went and got food. And then I went to the second floor of the community building to go to a panel called Started From the Bottom, Now We're Here. And it was a panel kind of talking about various creators and their like very rapid rise to fame. And that featured Elle Mills and Christine Sabelko, and they are two creators who I really love, and I love their videos, and I think they're so funny. And then after that, I went to my Q&A for the Try Guys, and I've been wanting to meet them for so long, and I finally did, and it was really cool. Like, I got to hug all of them and stuff, and it was really cool. Also, but I did feel like a little bit rushed, which there were so many people in that line, so I kind of figured this was gonna happen. But I'm trying to like go and like, you know, hug all the guys and stuff, and then they were like, oh, the photographer's gonna yell at us. I was like, got it, okay, cool, we should just take something cute, like take a cute picture, and then I can run away. That's what I ended up doing, but this is the picture that we took together. Ta-da. So then I went over to the Filmorama booth, which is a video editing software, and I wanted to go and see Ahmad Garrett, Sam Basher, and Philip Molina, who were hosts on Source Fed Nerd, which I'm still, you know, a big fan of, even though it shut down. But now they are on New Rockstars, and they have like a weekly sort of show where they talk about nerd stuff, and so I went and watched them do that. I didn't know it was going to be so interactive. So what happened was they were talking about how Disney's going to acquire Fox. That would mean, you know, X-Men would then, you know, be owned by Disney and stuff like that. They talked about, you know, maybe that sort of film series being rebooted. So then they're like, let's go to the audience and ask them how they feel. I'm not a nerd at all. I know nothing about the superheroes. Just started reading Harry Potter. I've never seen Star Wars. I don't know a thing. They're like, all right, so what do you think about, you know, X-Men possibly being rebooted? What do you think? And they went to me first. At first, I sounded like Tina Belcher because I went, But you know, I put on my my improv skills, and I tried to, you know, give some sort of coherent answer. I know nothing about X-Men, but I think I sound pretty good. That was one event where I, like, the whole time my heart is but it was really cool. And I got to meet all them afterwards, and that was super fun. Next was dinner, and then we went to a night of dance at the arena. I feel like maybe it was skewed to people who were younger than me, because there were like half of the people on that lineup I didn't really recognize. I mainly went for Fiction and Rosa Niana, I think that's how you pronounce their names, but they're these the two siblings from Filipino. They're famous for the Despacito video that they made. But it was a lot of like Musical.ly and Instagram stars that I had no idea who they were, and then I looked them up later. I was like, oh, they have 5 million followers. That's wow, okay. But all the performances were incredible. They were amazing. But then there was something that kind of halted the whole thing. There was one thing that happened that brought it all to a screeching halt. There was a Musical.ly Q&A. There was a Q&A with some Musical.ly stars, and I did not know what was happening. So basically what happened was like all these Musical.ly stars came out, and I just thought they were gonna introduce the next act. They're like, no, we are the next act. And they're like, so we're just gonna take questions from you guys. And I was sitting in the balcony, and all of us in the balcony were like, what? Like, but we don't know who you are. How can you do a Q&A? So all of us were collectively cringing so bad. So finally that ended. But the highlight of it, there was a segment with Ashley Perez and Patrick Starr, and a lot of other creators, and it was kind of, you know, based off of how like Ashley Perez, she made a video with BuzzFeed how she learned how to dance in 30 days, and then is kind of, you know, continuing off of that. So they did like this whole routine to Cardi B song, and it was so good. I was screaming the whole time. But then it gets even better, because they had like a little World of Dance showcase, and guess who emceed like that portion of it? Derek Hough, who's a judge on that, but also you know, from Dancing with the Stars, which is how I know of him, and I'm a very big fan of him. So I didn't know he was gonna be there. I guess he was on the schedule and I just didn't read it. But I saw him come out on stage, and I like just lost my mind. Day 3. And basically that morning was kind of just a series of Q&As. First I went to a community panel all about comedy called Laugh It Up, and that was so fun. And then I went to the Holy Trinity Q&A, and then Girls Just Want to Make Funny, which is basically the comedy panel, but it was more focused on, it was about females, women in comedy, and that one was very encouraging as well. So then from there we went to the Valley Folk meet and greet. That was just with my younger brother and I, and and it was a smaller line, which was great because then, you know, we had more time with, you know, the Valley folk, and then we took some cute pictures and stuff. So then my brother and I, we ran again from there. Running is a common occurrence in this video, in my experience. Running from there to the BuzzFeed Unsolved Q&A. Now I haven't seen all of BuzzFeed Unsolved because like it even took me a lot to see Get Out, and like yeah. But yeah, that panel was so fun. Even though I haven't seen every episode, I still had a really great time, and getting to see the Ghoul Boys in action, that was pretty cool. So after that, then we got dinner, and then we just watched the Night of Awesome, which was like their like closing event. It had a bunch of creators there to do, you know, just to like, you know, premiere a video or perform or things like that, or do a game show or stuff like that. But we just watched that from the hotel room because they had a live stream, so we wanted to recharge but like not really miss anything. So we ended up just eating dinner and watching that from the comfort of the beds, and just that was a good option. And then, so after that, we went over back to the convention center for a couple last events. We went to the stand-up comedy show, which I'd been a couple times in the past, and it was fantastic. All the comedians are amazing. They're all amazing. I will say though, if you were there, you know what I'm talking about, but there were a few hecklers, but like what's worse than like a mean heckler is a nice heckler, because like if you like talk back to them, then like you kind of look like a jerk. So people didn't really know what to do with them. So for example, this one kid who was like sitting a few rows behind me, they would like, you know, just yell out things and not really, you know, think about like etiquette or boundaries or, you know, that kind of stuff, but like they wouldn't stop. So I'm thinking in my mind like, okay, so if I end up seeing them after the show, or like if I walk past them, I'm gonna tell them, hey, you overdid it with the heckling. But then I'm thinking, do I want to pick a fight with a minor? Not this time. That kid, they were so annoying. They were awful. A poor little part of me wished that security was a little bit more on top of, you know, that particular panel, because there were a couple of disruptive people, and you know they should have been easily kicked out. You know, in my opinion, I'm probably the only one in that sort of, you know, with that mindset. And then there were other hecklers, but these two were preteens. So Elliot Morgan, he got up and he told a story about how he got catfished by a girl on Instagram, and these two separate kids were like, I don't get it. And one of them, his mom was like, shh, I'll tell you later. But then the other kid, Elliot, was like, what do you want me to explain? And this kid is like, I don't really know, because I'm 11, so I don't know where to start. And that, like, in the moment, I was like, oh god. But now when I tell this story, it makes me laugh so hard. So that may be my only suggestion for next year, is like maybe make that event 18 and over, but then also like card people, because like I don't want to sit through, you know, children heckling again. So overall, it was so fun. I had a great time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun at VidCon if you went. And I'm very excited for the next one. I am here every Wednesday. You can find me on my social media down below. I will see you guys next time. Bye!